Oh, hello.
Hi.
Good
You just have,
evening.
is that just a random book? Because I have a special book.
I mean, mine was Robert Frost. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you, first of all, hi everyone. Welcome to Dragon.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome to our Monday night rewatch.
Is that like, do you have Robert Frost like ironically, or have you read that?
I may have read that. It's been a while. I also just, I'm a book smeller, and this book is really old. I think I actually got this at like a thrift store. It smells really good though. It smells like a really old book. It's pretty.
Absolutely love that about you.
Sorry. They smell good. Friends. That's why I own a bookstore.
That's fair.
It's a little spooky. It's almost Halloween, after all. I totally am. I love the smell of books.
Oh my god, I absolutely love the smell of books, but I completely forgot that it's almost Halloween. Holy crap! I haven't decorated my house. I haven't gotten any candy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Was I just doing this for fun?
I you know what? I thought about it this afternoon. I couldn't find any makeup or anything, so this is part of my Maleficent costume from years ago. But I'm sorry, Maleficent.
Maleficent, yeah.
Maleficent. Uh-huh. But I usually have a small army of like little 5-foot plastic skeletons that attack my house. So I got to go and put those out. There's a little kid that comes by every year. He came by last year. I didn't do it last year because we had shit going on. And he was like, "Where are the skeletons?" And I was like, "Looks like I have to do this forever now. I have to do this forever now." Because this one kid on the street was like, "Oh, I like the skeletons." And now that's it. Now I have to.
Glenn, this is 100% accurate. Like this book being super old, like it's yellowed. This smells totally different than like brand new book.
I wonder what it is, because like I know what you're saying. Like
it's sniffing glue, isn't it?
Well, the old books have a smell, but you've got to like think about it like that book has been around. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like, it's just, but it doesn't smell like nest or people or whatever. It smells and old books smell like that. Like I know the smell you're talking about. So like, what is that smell that is so universal? Because like you could tell if a smoker had a book, you could it smells a little bit like cigarette. But there is a specific smell that you're talking about. I wonder what it is.
Copyright 1945.
Jeez.
1945. It's old.
Speaking of things that smell bad, no, I'm joking. She smells wonderful. I can attest that. At least at conventions and I think I've only seen our lovely guest at conventions, but every time I've seen her, she smelled terrific. That's for sure. But anyway.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
I'm glad the fact that I sometimes shower at conventions comes through.
Oh yeah, listen. When you start, it's your starting point that matters. So like, yeah, everyone for like, you might miss a shower one day. Like it's hard. You sometimes don't go to sleep. I can't tell you how many times that's happened.
I have never ever done that ever.
You don't get charges for smelling books though. That's legal. Yeah, you smell the wrong person.
I don't want to smell people. I just smell them because my nose works. Oh man, there was speaking of bad smelling people at a convention. One of the first Jordan cons, I don't remember which one it was. We didn't have any kind of like a baseline rule for like general cleanliness or anything like that in place yet. Like, if you were covered in poop, you can't come into the convention. But like no one was covered in poop. But man, did people smell bad in the room on Magic the Gathering night. I know it's a stereotype, but that Magic the Gathering night.
Oh man.
Bad. And the track director and I put ski masks on, found Febreze, the little canisters with the trigger on them, but the ones with the trigger on them specifically. And we zip tied them and threw them in there like grenades and then ran away. Someone complained about the smell and we didn't want to say anything to anybody. So we figured that was the best compromise is we did something about the smell, but we didn't have to embarrass anyone specifically.
That's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard because you don't want to like you said, make anybody feel bad, but at the same time it is a holy shit.
Yes, you do look fabulous. And both of you look fabulous. I look like I threw some nonsense together because Erin apparently doesn't own any black like makeup for like gothic purposes or like,
you can also own your own makeup. It's okay.
I do own makeup. I don't wear lipstick though. I wear anti-shine stuff so that I'm not so shiny.
This is just blue eyeshadow.
Yeah, see, I don't think about stuff like that because I don't wear eyeshadow.
See, I am such a chronic like chapstick person. I'm afraid I would just end up eating it all. I would just like eat all of that.
Though I part of this is from part of my Maleficent costume from a few years ago, and I grabbed a picture of that, and I thought it would be fun to share.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. The that's toward the end of the day. Erin is actually out of most of her Ursula costume. She was like you can't wear like a full costume at Disney. You can only bound like the characters.
Disney bounding. I love Disney bounding.
Me too. I love going to the park, and like people Disney bound all the time. Doesn't have to be around Halloween. But one of my favorite things is people watching, and like watching people in amazing costumes. Like we've taken pictures with random strangers. We're like, you look fantastic. Can we please take a picture with you? And everyone has been really excited about. I haven't ran into somebody at Disney bounding that has been like, oh no, everyone gets like super excited.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do is if I remember to do it, I have a book. And whenever I see little kids dressed up, if they're dressed up as a character, I'll ask them to sign my book as that character. Oh, Rapunzel, sign my book. And they'll be like, some of them get excited, some of them are shy. And I always make eye contact with the parents first to be like, because we don't have kids. So it's like, we don't want to be
the creepy old people creepers, talking to kids
without checking with the parents first. So we always try to like make eye contact and like nonchalantly ask without letting the kid notice.
Yeah.
Mom, you can borrow my kid anytime to take to Disney. Just take him with you. That's my plan. I was just going to be like, oh, hi guys. Bye.
Listen, I like your son. And I don't mind going to Disney with people that have kids, but
I mean, if I disappear, that's
it makes the difference. It makes such a difference because I don't have kids either. And I love going to Disney with my friends who have kids because I'm all about like let's maximize rides, and you gotta like do all the time things and and then like you gotta hit this and hit that and like, oh, and picture time and then parade or like miss this parade. But when you have a kid with you, you can't do any of that because they just go like shiny objects and go on. But then their faces and things that we get excited about, it's very different than what they get excited about. And
I forgot how I put this once. I put this once to somebody on purposefully to be like a little creepy but also funny at the same time. I'm a joy voyeur. Like I like to watch, like I love going through someone reading The Wheel of Time for the first time. Like I love that. I love watching somebody watch a movie I think they're gonna like, but they haven't seen yet. Like I love that. So like do the same thing with kids. Like, you know, seeing a kid see something that, like for the first time or whatever.
Or even if it's not the first time and they still get excited about it.
It's just that, but then you can hand them back to their parents.
Yes.
Disappeared somewhere.
That's true. That's true. But then if that happens, and I told this to my sister, I was like, you can't get in trouble. I can't get in trouble for teaching them things then. Because we taught my niece for almost a full year. Every time she got out of a car, she would say, leave the gun, take the cannolis. Every time she got out of the car. 4 years.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
And I was like,
good.
Wow.
You wanted us to watch her. This is what happens. We will teach her things. We're the aunt and uncle. Like, you don't get to that. This is the payment. This is my payment. What else did we get her to do? We got her to, this isn't just me. My sister also had a hand in this. My mom wanted my niece to call my mom grandma, and we refused because I don't know why. We were just like, no. We called my grandmother Mama because she's Italian, and that's just what we called her.
Yeah.
and we called my other grandmother Nana. So grandma was just weird to us. It felt weird to us. So we were like, absolutely not. She's gonna call you Debo.
Debo.
My mom's name is Deborah, but my mom. If you have ever seen the movie Friday, my mom is Debo. Like everyone. Like if my mom was coming, everyone would run. Everyone was scared of my mom. Like, she's like 6 feet tall and not a small person. She's German. She's not a small person. And she was no nonsense, very like, but she wasn't mean. She was just like no nonsense. And when people were doing dumb stuff, even the neighborhood kids would run away. So we used to call her Debo. And then we were like, Debo. So then Marin started calling her Debo. And now that she's 17, that is still her name. She signs the cards, love you, Debo. Like,
we taught my niece, we had a surprise 70th birthday party for my dad, and German heritage. So the big thing that we always used to do was this huge Oktoberfest. It's like the largest Oktoberfest in Florida.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, so we did it. We did like a weird, so it wasn't Oktoberfest, but it wasn't his birthday in May. But we just like surprised him. It was like in a random month in the year. I can't remember specifically when it was, but my niece was there. She was the only child there. I think she was like 3 at the time. Up way past.
Was it the pirate thing that they do down here?
Ticky tacky, oi, oi, oi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, but that's the thing, like when you take a shot, so we would take shots of Goldschlager, and you would say, ticky tacky, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
So she would start, like and we would fill hers up with water. So she got us so fucking wasted, because she would just stand up on a chair and start screaming, ticky tacky, and we're all scrambling to pour ourselves shots. Because of course you had to do hilarious. A shot. Oh my God, she got us wasted. And then my cousin and his wife were like, 2 years afterwards, she would just like at dinner, like raise up her mouth.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I want her to do that in like first grade in the cafeteria, with the milk.
Oh, I'm sure she did, and nobody had any idea what was going on. And they're like, "Oh, it's just like it's a fun." Like that was for them to explain. I have no idea what they said.
That was a fun.
She got us fucking wasted.
Well, I mean,
when a 3-year-old gets you wasted, it's a fun night.
Yeah, especially like they don't know what they're doing.
No idea.
They're just like they're getting funnier as the night goes. Every time I do this, they laugh. So let me keep doing this.
Mm-hmm. We weren't complaining. We didn't tell her to stop.
No, that was a fun tangent. I didn't know how to segue, and I realized I remembered. So one of the things I want to start doing at the beginning of all our shows, and I'm curious with chat too, because I want to use this as a fishing like honestly, like if I break it down, this is completely selfish. I want to know what everyone's watching, so I can watching or reading currently, so that I can make a list of things to watch through recommendations from all of our viewers and our guests that we have different each week. So then I get a different suggestion every week. Crystal and I are on pretty much on par with the things that we like, but I'm still interested to see if there's anything that will surprise me. Okay. So the idea here is like, we'll talk about, pick one thing, either a movie, a book, a TV show, maybe a new game that you played, just something that you did for yourself. That's fun. That hasn't had anything to do with your work or whatever, or even this, like even like Agatha was fun, but like we're going to talk about Agatha in a minute. And
only one.
Yeah, just one thing for now. The one that I want to mention, it's a little bit like, I have a little bit of a hot take on it, which feeds into a gigantic hot take that I have, but we won't talk about that right now. I watched the Ed Gein documentary TV show that they did. It's called Monster on Netflix. Charlie Hunnam.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw previews for that. Yeah.
It's so weird. Like I watched Sons of Anarchy, he was Jax, amazing. And like, I've seen him in a bunch of movies and stuff. He's great. Such a character, like so out of character for him. He's very done very well. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great in the acting and the information that they shared during the show. That was all true. The information that was true, and like showing the bits and pieces that showed you the person that Ed Gein was and like where he came from, but never trying to romanticize him or make you feel bad for him. until the last episode.
Oh, God.
And I really hated it. Like, I hated it a lot. It seems like just the way it was cut is like they were just trying. The things that they added in never happened, and it was added in solely to like humanize him and make you feel bad for him. And like, I think that, you know, since he was mentally disturbed, I don't know if everyone knows that he's, you know, he wasn't like a regular person. Like he didn't have an average brain. Like he was developmentally disabled, and he was tortured by his mom, which is like the hallmark of any of the serial killers pretty much. But I'm not saying you shouldn't feel, you know, like helping rehabilitating criminals. I'm a proponent of you can get a feel for a society by the way they treat their criminals. But at the end there, they just gave him this dream sequence and like gave him basically like a happy ending. And I just felt like it was undeserved for the character. And there was like another point earlier on before this like dream sequence at the end. I mean, like obviously he's going to die. Like he's dead. Like he's a real person. He's dead. You could just look it up. He was old, but like he died in old age. But I didn't like it. And then I looked it up. I watched a Charlie Hunnam. I said Honey because one of the books that I did a tour review on is sitting on my desk. It's Honey Eater.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a really nice cover. I'll talk about that in a minute. But he said he donated all the money, 100% of the money that he made for the show, to charities that like are, you know, people recovering from family members being murdered or things like that. And he said one of the things that was very important to him was making sure that we didn't try to romanticize him or make him like a sex symbol or something like that. Like, you know, with the Ted Bundy, he didn't say with the Ted Bundy show, but he said other shows have sexualized the serial killers in a way where it's like, you know, women are like, oh, he's so hot and he's evil and things. He's like, I didn't want that for this show at all. So that's kind of how he came up with the character he did. And the way he worded it really made me think like he didn't like the ending either. And like, it might have even been different than what they shot because of just the way they cut it. It seems like, because it definitely is because of the way it's cut together, that it gives you that sense of like, you're supposed to feel bad for him. Yeah. I didn't. And it actually just made me angry. I was like, this is bad. Like, I didn't like the way they ended. The whole show was great right up until the last episode. Like the last half of the second to last episode and the last episode.
The Game of Thrones did.
Yeah, definitely. They 100% did. They did. Except they went the other way. They made him too likable. Yeah. They made somebody that shouldn't be likable at all, and they tried to make him likable at the end. It's in the reverse of what they did to Danny, which is annoying. But yeah, so I watched the Ed Gein thing. It was pretty cool. You know, if you don't know, Ed Gein is American serial killer, early 1900s, Wisconsin. All of like many horror movies are based on Ed Gein, and they are just to show you the vast differences that will be to when a movie says based on a true story. The movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was gonna say I think that one, but I always mix my
Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And Silence of the Lambs are all based on Ed Gein. Wow. And none of them
very different
are even remotely close to the real person. So just to give you an idea of how vastly different from the true story a movie will be that says based on a true story.
I feel like sometimes they say the based on a true story to make it a little bit more scary.
That's the whole reason they say it. That's the only reason they say it. Because
I mean, like, a lot of stuff comes from people's brains, and that is scary. But if there's something that's loosely based on,
this isn't a bite on those movies at all. This is more. They probably just took, like, really what they did is they took one or two little aspects from Ed Gein just so that they can say the movie is based on a true story, because it markets better when you say
well, in so many characters or story points. I mean, look at, like, we've got an entire book called The Origins based off of the Wheel of Time. That is, like, a lot of things are based off of things that are in real life. So
Nomen Garden. That is actually Nomen Garden. Your little nuggets that pop out of your brain are always great, but that's really particularly poignant because actually that's like a theme, especially early in the episode, because the way the show is shot is really interesting because it kind of jumps through time. You see scenes of Alfred Hitchcock making the movie Psycho. You interposed with Ed Gein in like at the time of his murders, free doing his horrible shit, and Ed Gein in a mental hospital after he's been arrested and stuff like that. So it kind of just jumps around all over the place, and it's. But I never felt lost. It was interesting, like I said, right up until the end. But still worth the watch if you're into horror and stuff like that. Definitely worth the watch. It was interesting. The first 5 or 6 episodes are almost entirely like from the true events. And then it changes, you know, the last 3 or 4 episodes are just almost completely fabricated, but pretty good. It's on Netflix.
Fascinating.
Anyway, what about you guys? And chat too, please post what you guys are watching or reading or playing video games or whatever.
Chat's definitely. Yeah. They didn't stick to one though, so they're not following the rules.
Yeah, that's okay. That just adds to my list. I can add. And while you guys let me know what you were doing, I will go through chat and find it.
I'm a consummate like multi-watcher, multi-reader, so choosing one is so hard, but I'm gonna go with kind of like my throwaway, but it's like just completely. It's not trash TV, but it's called Slow Horse. Slow Horse. It's on Apple TV. It's based off of a book series, and the concept, it's the people from MI5 who are just such fuck ups, but they haven't fucked up hard enough to get kicked out. So they're relegated to this like trash division, like the misfit division.
Okay.
And Gary Oldman is the head of it. Yes, thank you. Gosh. Gary Oldman's the head, and he is just this alcoholic, like perpetual smoker, doesn't give a shit, but is like so on point. But he's done something, like several things in his past that have pissed people off. So I think it's like the 4th season that's out now.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
And they always like stumble into these conspiracies and these like bigger picture issues that are going on. And
Sophie's in it. That's awesome.
Yes, she's she was in it for I think the 1st and 2nd season. That's cool. So she's so good. And so they just like accidentally stumble their way into these like large conspiracies and then haphazardly save the day in spite of themselves almost. So, but so it's so good. And it's very witty. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of political context to a lot of the show. So even though like it is kind of like it's written like it's a trash show, it is very like it's very well thought out, very well executed, and it's just a lot of fun. So and my cats are freaking out. Let me mute so I can yell at them.
I can hear them.
Be right back. Let me go get them real quick.
Yeah.
Cat fight.
Yeah, I heard. Did you hear that in the background? They were like,
I thought that was something outside.
What did they do?
Okay, so I never get to watch anything because I have a 4-year-old and I have to share my time on my television. But do you know a show that I had never finished? I don't know how it happened. I never finished Shameless. And so it just didn't happen. And so I finished Shameless this week. And
that's fun.
That's fine.
That was a great show.
It was a great show. I love Shameless. I thought, I don't know if we're spoiling things, but I thought the death at the end, I was just like, meh, that he dies of COVID was just kind of stupid. But
I mean, I love William H. Macy, and he hasn't really done like a ton of like stuff that I've seen. Like I think he's been in like smaller things, and I know he did Shameless for a while, but I really like William H. Macy a lot. The let's see what chat said. So the last one Aaron put up was, I don't know what Bad Batch of MI means, but the Bad Batch is the Star Wars show, and we love that show. Then we had Nomen Garden. Not really much time to watch stuff, which is cool. That's why I said, video games, books, whatever you got going on. It's just something you did for fun for yourself in the last, in the last week. reading Cibola Burned. Oh, the Murder Bot book. Oh, okay, cool. I've been meaning to pick those up. Have you read those? Oh,
I have not. But you know what? I started reading again, and that's been really exciting too. Like I go through phases where I'll read nothing, and then I'll just devour books like crazy. I was telling you before we got on air about The Lost Bookshop. I think I read it in like 3 hours. Super easy read, short book, but it takes place from 3 points of view across timelines in Ireland, like from the 1920s to now. And it's all these people like in a lost bookshop. Like they're looking for this lost bookshop.
It's literally called The Lost Bookshop.
It's literally called, what's her name?
Like
Evie Woods. But it's a very easy read. It was a great palate cleanser. I'd read like a psychological thriller prior to that kind of messed me up. And so it was great. It was super easy read, really good story. And I think it's hard to jump timelines like that and to do it well and to like seamlessly go between POVs. I think that's something that Jordan was really great at, was, you know, being able to write from all these different points of view. And I feel like this author did that really well too. Like it was very seamlessly transitioned.
I read one recently. V. Schwab just came out with a Bury Our Bones, something. But like it's also a time POV and time jump between the characters. That is very, but it's very like it's the chapter titles are the character's name and their date of death.
That's cool.
So it's very clear when you're transitioning.
Bury Our
Bones
in the midnight. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil.
Yes,
really.
Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil.
Super popular right now.
It's very good.
And this is funny too. So Erin is she's just, I think she might have just finished rewatching Sons of Anarchy, which is what prompted me to remember that. I was like, Charlie Hunnam just did something that I wanted to see, and that's what made me remember I wanted to watch the Ed Gein thing. And then I want to read this so bad. So Yang Chan, for everyone that's here that did our Avatar rewatch with us, Yang Chan was the air-bending avatar that Aang spoke to when he was trying to decide if he was going to kill or not kill the Fire Lord. I believe she's a female, shaved front head, but she had long black hair. So that's that would be a fun one to read, like about another airbending avatar.
Rapunzel, do you like it? I need to know more. Is she happy with it?
Yeah. I want to know more. Tell us how you feel about it.
Yeah, if you're enjoying it.
I'm sure it's good. I mean, it's Avatar. It's hard not to be good. That's okay. I mean, I stand fully and unabashedly corrected.
I'm glad that's all I have to do to like.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't exist, but its impact does. Speaking of, we're going to do our as we usually do, or we're going to do as we've started doing for watching along. We're going to put the info in Discord, which Erin will share the link to periodically throughout. So we'll get that going now, so that and give everyone a chance to join the Discord and get all that stuff going, so that we can get into watching the show. Yeah. So just follow the links that Erin posts, and you'll figure that out. What's the other thing I want to? Oh, reading, since Crystal mentioned that she's getting back into reading. So last week, also accompanied by the amazing Roofmisress Leah, we announced that we will be doing the Dragonmount Book Club. Yeah. And that we were going to be reading, which was the book that I was holding.
I noticed that. I totally noticed that.
By Jen Lyons. So,
never heard of it.
Yeah. Tor did send us the books, and I have them, and I want to give them to you guys. I did message a few people that I knew. Here's the book. We're going to be starting chapter 1 through 13. We're going to be posting discussions starting October 29th on the Discord. We're going to
start reading, like we want to be done with chapters 1 through 13 by the 29th.
Yes.
So we're going to start reading on the 22nd is the goal.
That's the goal. We will have. I have the Discord rooms created, and I'm starting to put like the information in them and stuff, and get them broken out. But our plan is basically once a week post, like I have here, the chapters 1 through 13, and we, as in Ebony Adamantis, the amazing Empress,
so
Crystal and myself will post our thoughts and discussion threads and things like that, but it'll be open for everybody to do, and we will all like accumulatively have discussion in it. For those who don't know, Discord now has like a forum capability, like an old school forum. So that's what we'll do. We'll be posting like the topic of chapters 1 through 13 and then discussions within that topic and so on and so forth for each chapter. Then at the end, we will have more than one. We haven't decided on exactly how many yet, but there'll be more than one like events that we're going to format like a little mini convention. Think of like panels at a mini convention, but also a roundtable book discussion like a traditional book club where everyone sits down. Even like it's not a panel led by us, like we're talking and you guys are just sitting there listening. It's a full discussion with everybody in the book club, so everyone, you know, has a chance to talk and stuff. Obviously we'll moderate it for the most part, but it's mostly a full discussion for everybody. So it's not, you know, like we can lead the conversation, but we'll be gearing it more toward getting, you know, the discussion happening amongst our Patreon and book club members, because like I said last week, for this first book club, it will be open to everybody, so you can get an idea of what we're going to be doing, and then it'll go to being as the Patreon tier that it is included in. It's been in there in one of the tiers, but it said coming soon, and now is coming soon. So just keep an eye on Discord, and obviously we'll let you know when the stuff is coming up. But the Discord channels will be in there this week, and we will start our discussions on October 29th. So
yeah, because I was looking for it after last week, and I was like, where's the book club? I want to join the book club.
I promise I will get books out to people before October 29th.
Yes.
The people that I've spoken to already, it's going to wait a little bit, because this week I am going to be a guest at Multiverse Con in Atlanta.
Ooh.
And Jen Lyons happens to live in Atlanta.
Ooh, fun.
And going to be at Multiverse. So I'm going to get her to sign all the books. So that when I send you guys the books, they'll be signed. We will have the details on the giveaway coming up soon too, because they sent me many a book.
So I'm going to be salty that mine wasn't signed.
I didn't think about sending them to me and then sending them back. I wasn't even thinking about getting them signed until like last week when
maybe we can coax her to come to JordanCon just to like sign some of the books.
Maybe. I mean, she does. She has been to JordanCon before. That is where I met her. But the odds of her going are high. So the odds of her being at JordanCon are pretty high.
Even just passing through, since she lives there.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just the fact that we're doing a Tor-sponsored book club increases the chances of the author being at JordanCon, because Tor usually has a large presence at JordanCon.
Yeah,
not just for Wheel of Time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like I said, keep an eye out on the Discord and the Dragonmouth socials, and you know, we'll let you know if you're watching here on the upcoming stuff. But it should be fun. But like I said, I wanted to also say, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, now that I'm thinking about it in this moment, but each book that we do will culminate in it's going to depend on the author's availability, but it will culminate in a event with the author themselves. So we will have like for in the future, when it's just Patreons, a live recording with a live Patreon virtual audience participating in the live recording, asking questions. It'll be a Q&A, an author spotlight type thing, and then we'll post the recorded videos online.
That's so cool.
But like I said, it's going to depend on the author's availability and stuff like that. So
some of them might not be comfortable doing like a live interview. They might want to be
just recorded. Yeah. So it'll depend on the author's availability and their feelings on doing things.
Still so cool.
Yeah. But
regardless.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited. Our rep at Tor said that they will like screen the books that the list of books that we send them with, like, did this author ever say, I never want to do like a virtual event or something like that. So did an author ever tell them, I love virtual events, or do we know that they like virtual events? And they'll contrast and compare that way. So the way that we're doing this, obviously, is Tor. We're getting the books from Tor, but we're giving them the list of authors that we would like to read, and then they are sending us back like, here's ones that we can support.
Yeah.
So that's how we're doing this right now. Cool. In the future, for future books, the Patreon people, the patrons, will be able to vote on our next book. The same way we vote on our TV shows and our movies that we watch, the Patreon people will be able to vote on the book that we read as well. Obviously, it'll come from a list of books that we know authors will do stuff with, because we really wanted to do I really think it'll be fun to be able to read a book, have a discussion with multiple people throughout reading the book, and then take some of those discussions at the end and bring them to the author of the book.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. I think that's going to be a good time. So if that sounds like a good time to you, go check out the Drag 'em Out Discord. We'll be doing it, which will be open to everybody with this first book. Again, Jen Lyons, Sky on Fire. But other than that, I think it's time to watch the show.
Yes.
So
Witchy time.
Go over to Discord, click on the thingies, and follow the link that Aaron posts, and we should be able to get ready to watch this show now.
So I confessed this to Tom before the show. I had no idea that this was part of the MCU. Like, I knew nothing about this.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Zero. You know, my life revolves around, like, you know, I own a bookstore and I have a kid, and I just don't get to do a lot of things. I had no clue. I watched like 4 episodes tonight after work. It is incredible. I love it. It's so good. I know.
Can we pause it for 1 second, though? Aaron, sorry. I don't have the control in here because the laptop that I was using to play it broke. So I have to get a new laptop.
Aaron has the power.
I wanted to give you guys a recap real quick. I prepared a clip for the recap, and I didn't even show it.
Ooh.
Okay, so yes, we're going to be watching Agatha All Along.
Because I could also do a recap just off the top of my head, but no.
Not for the show. It's just maybe you've never watched the MCU, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can watch the show literally knowing nothing about the MCU and be perfectly fine with it.
Oh yes, absolutely. There's some weird Easter eggs if you haven't, but you can get it.
But I prepared like a short videos of that we could watch to get an idea of where Agatha was just before this. But Agatha is mostly a villain and a sometimes anti-hero in the Marvel universe, in the comic books and stuff like that. She's very tied to the magic side of the heroes, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and all those things. But the TV show version is a little bit different than pretty different. A lot of her backstory is different, which I like better because, again, comic books sometimes are just bad.
Didn't always get it right.
Yeah, they're just silly. Sometimes they're just silly, like, because it's a comic book and it really didn't feel like they put a lot of effort into it sometimes with the storylines, because they're just like, just because, and then that's it. They also don't have a lot of space to write it. You know, it's a comic book. But anyway, let's watch this first video real quick. So the setup is WandaVision, the TV show that came out a few years ago with Wanda Maximoff, takes place after the events of Endgame. Wanda has created an entire fake town and accompanied with
Westview.
Westview.
Well, it's not a fake town.
It's fake in that she created the layer that's over it. She took a real town and basically mentally assaulted everybody and put them into the 1950s. But Agatha, her thing is that she steals witches' powers to make herself stronger. She's pretty old. She's already pretty powerful because she's been doing this for a long time. She feels Wanda do this spell and is like, I want some of that for myself. So she goes and checks it out and inserts herself into it. Wanda figures out, because she starts to manipulate Wanda to try to steal her powers, and it culminates with a fight, which I have a clip of here. But this gives you the background of who Agatha is, where she comes from. And I think we should be able to talk over it. Yeah, we can. Because this isn't super important. And I cut it up a little bit. Like you don't have to hear everything. But this is her coven from this is the Salem witch trials.
During that time, yes, this is on the trials.
Well, this is a trial for a witch, but it's
run
by the witches.
Yes. So it's not the trials that we know.
I meant to pause it there. Shit. Sorry. I meant to pause it here. So here, listen to this real quick.
You stole knowledge above your age and
You stole knowledge above your age and station, and you practiced the darkest of magic. And then I interposed this picture of Wong. That's literally what Wong tells Doctor Strange when he's looking through the books in Kamar-Taj. Like, some of these books are above your
your knowledge and station.
Yeah. And your age too was something interesting that they said there. But that was I wanted to point that out. And she's a, I mean, I love Catherine Hahn, but yeah, she's not Agatha is not a good actress, because you can see right through that. I love her sassy face too.
I bent my power, and she does that.
Yeah. So her punishment is death, but she sees it another way.
And this is what she's used her dark powers for, is to bend the powers.
The energy. If someone uses magic on her, she could siphon it away from them.
It's very important to know.
Yeah. So this witch, I don't want to go too deep into it, but let's just say there's more than just the Scarlet Witch. Let's just say that. It gets a little deep, but we'll talk about that as the show goes on. We don't have to fill in all that right now, but you can see, and I put another picture in. There it is. She has this crown, and it's a similar thing that happens to Wanda in some of the other movies. Like, when she's not in the costume, sometimes she'll get this ethereal crown that's like that, and
that's important for the witches in the MCU as well.
Yeah.
Especially keep that in mind as we watch this season.
Yeah, for sure. This breed of magic, as you could say. And then this is the end of WandaVision. This is what happens to Wanda, and this is why we find her in...
Happens to Agatha.
Agatha, yeah. This is why we find her in Westview posing as a police officer in the beginning of this first...
that was how I knew that it was part of the MCU, because she was in Westview. That's why I was...
That's funny.
Yep. Because I never finished WandaVision.
It's also interesting, character development-wise, how, she went from... hold on. Agatha, crazy Agatha, stealing fucking powers, super powerful, to that. Then to what we have in the show, which is what we'll see now. So let's press play on the show. If you're not, Erin will share the link again so you can see how we're doing our watch party. Just follow that link, and we'll watch the show.
Are you doing your timer?
I can't right this sec. I can't right now. Okay. I can't tonight. I will have the timer in the future ones. I can't tonight. The laptop, I used to use the laptop for a couple of different things, and one of them was OBS too. So it's not working currently. But yeah, so
seekest thou the road.
So when I first watched this, I didn't realize what she was humming. So when I watched it today,
well, we hadn't heard the song yet. The song didn't exist yet.
But
sorry, I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's crazy that the song is the first thing you hear in the show.
Oh yeah,
and how important it is, and also it's such a fun song.
It's such a good song.
It really is.
I love that song so much. I was instantly when you don't hear it in proper until episode 2, but it's such a good song.
So glad you guys aren't having me on for that, because I would totally be singing along. Nobody needs to hear that.
That would be totally fine. And then I have to admit, I was
fine with that.
I was this far in, and I'm like, why is Tom having me watch a cop show? What is happening?
So Agatha kind of I'm guessing through who she is changed from that nosy 1950s-esque essentially quote unquote trad wife type bullshit to this, a no nonsense kind of black stained cop.
Well, I think there was something in her psyche trying to escape, so she was playing a detective to try to learn how to escape. And then as we see later in this episode, we simultaneously have two people trying to help her.
True.
So Rio and the kid.
Yeah. It's particularly a bad cop show too, because Agatha, the way she acts in this is obviously she's not a good cop. Like she's a bad fucking cop.
She's been suspended. So
Yeah.
like she's off suspension
Also,
for that.
just the way she talks to this guy in this moment, like she says to him, like he's like, "Oh, are you doing okay?" And she says to him, "Yeah, I'm just a little bummed out from the dead girl that's here." And I'm like, "That's cops wouldn't. Another cop, like a cop, wouldn't say that to another cop." Because
also,
that's how cops are. They're dark. They have dark humor and stuff. But even if that's not your thing and you are a cop, you're not going to say that to another cop.
That's shitty writing.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's perfect writing because it is what a shitty writer would be doing, thinking that that's how cop talks. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But she doesn't know how a cop would react, so she's still reacting like Agatha would.
What her look made me think of.
Her look?
Her cop look.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what it made me think
her
of?
Her vibe.
Sandra Bullock.
Oh, shit.
Yes!
Oh my
God.
The messy ponytail, the frumpy. That's why I was like, okay, she's clearly not like a real cop because there's very much like, it was very Sandra Bullock to me. But also, Aaron, yes, the girl from Kansas did catch that Wizard of Oz reference. I even hummed it. She's really most sincerely dead.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a picture of her when she's
like real frumpy. It's like,
in the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
What is the name of that damn movie?
I love that movie.
I know. What is the name of it though?
Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. Thank you.
That's
such a good movie.
That movie.
So good. Classic.
Sir Michael Caine is the best thing about that movie.
Oh, for sure. That's something that I will always watch and rewatch. Mm-hmm. What's the best date? April 24th.
It's the day you should watch the movie every year, too.
100%.
It's my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, well, I mean, it's the best date.
Yeah. I mean, the frumpy ponytail,
Yep. I see it.
The collar, the oversized jacket.
Yeah, she looks just like disheveled.
Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily it's not disheveled per se, because disheveled kind of has a context of like anxiety to it. It's just I don't give a shit. It's like I just threw I didn't brush my hair. I just threw it back. Like these are the clothes that I happen to own.
Trust me, I know Yiddish. I know the Yiddish. I am well versed in Yiddish.
Also, it was very much giving just every 90s trope of like, how ugly she is. I brushed her hair, and now she's gorgeous.
Yeah. I watched an interview with the writer, and he said he was going for true detective vibes in the beginning, which I kind of
unkempt. Thank you, Glenn. Yes, unkempt is definitely that's the word I would use versus disheveled. Yeah, I love this intro because this is because at first I was like, what is going on? But this intro where they're accrediting the character names to the actors that they're playing in the vision. And then, what was it? Cops of Westview or whatever it was. So I was like, Agnes.
Yeah.
Not Agnes, Angie.
She's a terrible cop moment.
Oh, this is so good. This is hilarious.
But not something a cop would ever do.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds more titillating.
Do you guys remember when they switched away from those cards?
I was about to say.
I love those. I was obsessed with those cards.
Oh yeah. It was dramatic. I was in elementary school, and it was like a whole summer process to switch away from those.
It is Anya from Buffy. Yes, that is Anya from Buffy. I haven't seen a library card since I was in high school.
A library card or the book things?
Oh, the Dewey Decimal?
Yeah.
I mean, also, yeah. Because my library wasn't like fully computerized or anything when I was in high school. We had computers in the school, but not like everything wasn't computerized.
It's okay now. School libraries are just media centers. Sad.
No, there's no books.
I mean, there's some books, but they're not called like librarians anymore. They're media specialists.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I have a library card too. I mean, we both.
I have a library card.
Yeah, Aaron and I both went to several libraries and got multiple cards. In fact, I want to go to the Library of Congress and get one, but I don't want to go to DC at all right now.
Not right now.
At the end of October, most of those people are going to leave, so come visit after October, and you can come stay at my apartment with my disaster of cats.
Maybe we could do a show for
so the cat's fine after the
Oh yeah, yes, I forgot to ask. Are they okay? What the heck?
So Cat Swain had actually like gone out to the kitchen, and Perrin wanted to leave, so they were like trying to cross paths in the doorway, and neither of them was really in distress. But Cat Swain only makes loud, angry mouth noises, so they're both like slung down, and they just didn't know how to pass each other. So when I went over and waved my hands, they both ran at the same time.
Oh my
gosh. Speaking of library cards, there's a freaking, and I mean, we're our only sponsor is Tor Books, but I want to make sure that we're not sponsored. This isn't a sponsorship or anything. If you have a library card from any library in the country, there's a app called Libby. That allows you to sign up for free, and they have tons of TV shows and books and comic books and stuff
what I learned, it's for whatever your library has. It's not universal.
Yeah.
So you can put in because that's what when I decided.
Did that change?
That's how the app is now. So
it used to be for the whole. There used to be a database that was like the whole country.
Yeah. So they technically have all the books on there, but you can only get the books and media that your library has licenses for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, because I was so excited. Yes, so I was so excited because my New Year's resolution was, for the most part, like with few exceptions, I'm only going to read new books because last year was my year of rereads. So reread The Wheel of Time, all of Cosmere, all of Expanse. So it's all new stuff. This year, but that's very expensive because I mostly do audiobooks. So that becomes very expensive if I'm paying for them.
Have you read the Dresden Files?
That is one thing I'm powering through now.
There's so many of them.
They are, and there's a new book coming out in November.
Good luck. We'll see.
But I'm saving. I've got one on it downloaded in my app, and I'm saving it for not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend because I'm running a marathon next weekend, and I know
that's awesome.
That will be a book that will like keep me motivated to keep moving forward. And it's 13, 14 hours long.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very excited. Yes. So,
but I have to make a comment right now because Aubrey Plaza.
Oh my gosh, she is her and her FBI. And I love here that she's just like, okay, is this how we're gonna play it?
Yeah,
she's the one that dropped this vision.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So which you'll learn later in the show.
She right. I forgot to mention. I wanted to mention because I'm not sure if everyone has watched everything. So I figured for the first four episodes, we just won't spoil. So obviously there's something up with Aubrey Plaza. If you've watched the first 2 episodes of the show, you know there's something up with her. So we won't discuss what's up with her or what happens at the end of the show, just for the first 4 episodes. But everything else is on the table, just in case some of the viewers haven't watched everything. Because when we talked, like, yes, this is the show everyone voted on, but a bunch of people I see had said I hadn't watched the whole thing. I got to watch the whole thing. I have to rewatch it. Like, so I haven't finished it either. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, we've got Reverse BLT in chat who has said earlier that he hasn't watched any of it, so this is all new. So,
also, I make sure to go and check out Reverse and follow his stuff. We love Reverse. He's good people's. We had to break our normal tradition of him.
Oh, I know. I was just realizing that.
I know. Yes, he's busy. He's working. He's got to make that money, son.
He's got to
make that money.
Who needs to sleep? You can sleep when you get, right?
That's what my insomnia tells me. That accent is so bad too. It's she's doing it bad on purpose, which is funny. Like she's like playing a dumb bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I bet she had a lot of fun with this, like playing like an over the top, stereotypical, ridiculous cop. You know what I mean?
It'd be interesting to find out where she got her inspiration from. Like, what was she, you know, like what was she thinking of for this part?
I've been watching like all day yesterday and today. I was just looking up interviews, but she didn't say anything about this. So I got to see if I can find something. I've been keeping track of questions so that I can see if I could find answers to them. I said I'm going through my notes. The True Detective thing was funny. The guy said, I had just watched The True Detective and it was a ton of fun and I really loved it. So like we needed something and I was like, let's make it True Detective vibes. And that was literally his reason for doing it.
But that's so creative, and it
I love
in my understanding it's a complete break from the comics, but it's also a great intro to this it's basically one run series.
The Agatha in the comics, so the difference between Agatha and the comics in here is pretty different in that it's way less gray whether she's a villain in the comics. She is a villain. She is horrible. I mean, she's pretty bad in this too. She kills women who are witches and steals their powers.
Well, and she does that here, but somehow like we still like her. She's a likable villain.
Yeah.
Like she's quirky and like and does terrible things.
Yeah.
But
that's what they made her.
She's aloof and appealing.
So this kind of feeds into what I was talking about before. I just thought of this. So like, obviously this isn't a true story. Like this isn't Ed Gein. Like we're not trying to romanticize, you know, a real villain here. But what are your guys' feelings on their like between cut and dry, that person is bad, and you know, this type of thing where they take characters who are villains but make them more likable, less morally or more morally gray?
I mean, it's far more realistic. I think there's very few people in the world that are legitimately all bad. I mean, you know, I think everybody has something redeeming about them or a why that they became a horrible human. So I think it's way more realistic than just bad guy bad, which is what we used to get.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you just have movies and it's the origin story of the good guy, and then you've got the bad guy, and the bad guy is like full blown in their bad guy mode. So you don't quite comprehend their backstory. So we've got these longer formats, whether it's multiple movies or TV shows or a combination of both, where you start understanding the reason behind how the bad guy got to where they are. And it's not just that they're psychopaths, i.e. the serial killer documentary.
I mean, absolutely, like an anti-hero for sure. I agree with both of your points and the points that were made in chat. Like the idea of the like a morally gray person is much more realistic because people just aren't born evil and only do evil things. First of all, you won't last in modern day. Like maybe if we lived in a fantasy setting where cell phones and videos didn't exist,
or the turn of the century. So,
also at the same time, like no one's going to want to be around you or help you, or, you know, if you're just evil all the time. So, but sometimes I just, you know, I want a cut and dry, just someone to hate in a book or a movie or a video game, not in real life, but just like, you know, like I don't want to
name a few people in real life.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I can name a few people.
I for sure would say I hate people in real life.
Yeah,
one of them is the president of the United States. Right
now. We're talking about fantasy here because like I want to escape from the
idea of going back and forth is interesting. So another show that I watched recently, which I was debating which one I wanted to bring up, but it's actually apropos to bring this up, to bring it up at the same time too, and with Agatha, it goes along. The way I watched the new Interview with the Vampire show, I had never watched it.
I love this scene where she says, "Do you remember why you hate me?"
Yeah,
and Agatha is trying to remember.
She's like, no.
So, and then Rio is trying to break through here.
Rio Vidal. If anyone has read the comics, you'll recognize that. Yeah, so Nicholas Scratch in the comics is Agatha's son. Not what he is in the show, just a random name that they bring up. But that was the homage that they paid to it, was this thing, and the fact that in this imaginary house that she has here, there is a child's room. In the comics.
Well, yeah, and she's seen like children's drawings. And...
Yeah. In the comics, her son died, or she killed him. Actually, I think in one of the times he died, which is another thing that I just, when there's so many storylines in comics, it fucks me up.
Yeah,
it was one of the things I couldn't do. But the new Interview with the Vampire TV show,
so good.
Oh my God, I fucking loved it.
Really?
It was so good, yeah. And like, there is no character in that show that you don't at one point in watching the seasons that are available currently will say, "Oh, I love this character," or "Oh God, I hate this character." Every one of them, all of them,
because they're so multidimensional. Well, and that's the way Anne Rice wrote them in the books as well.
It's the way the writers weave the story. In the beginning of the story, you're like, "Oh, this is the good guy. I don't really like this guy. I kind of like this guy. This guy's a little bit of a dick."
There is no good guy. There's no bad guy.
Well, that's the thing. But the thing that Interview with the Vampire does really well, and the thing that they do well in this, is they really well are able to shape the audience's feelings. Like, this is the guy that you should care about. This is the guy that's the good guy. Like, this is the bad guy, blah, 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 blah. You should feel bad for this girl because she's a young girl who got turned into a vampire. But as the show goes on, and like it's just, and it changes as the show goes. You're in the beginning, you're like, I like this guy, and this is the bad guy, and obviously he's being manipulated, da da da. And then as you go through, you're like, wait a minute. And it was just really well done. Yeah, worth to watch for sure. But I think they do that similarly in this with the witches. Like you have an idea of who they are, what the dynamics are at play, like by episode 3, and then the writers in this also kind of weave the audience into. You go into the woods with this, and it's great. Like where the
woods, great witch reference.
Another good witch reference. Like where you end up with the characters at the end is it's really interesting. I think they did great.
Yeah. Oh, this is another good scene. Well, and one thing that this isn't going to be specifically spoilery for people who haven't seen through the end, but they do come back and revisit a lot of these scenes and explain them later on.
Yeah.
And that's why I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then I went and watched the last 3 or 4 episodes because I knew I was like, okay, it's been a hot minute, but it really does. They do a great job of tying things together. And if you're watching for the first time and you haven't seen those last several episodes, and you're confused as fuck.
Yeah.
But also they're pointing out things constantly. They're constantly pointing out things like, notice this, pay attention. So there's no secrets being held. It's just
from the viewer.
From the viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Actually, so in the comics, he doesn't have, he's unnamed / unknown, his dad. Could be, who knows? It could be the devil with who Agatha is in the comic books.
Hey, maybe I don't think I've heard that there's a continuation per se of Agatha planned.
Agatha will appear in the MCU.
Yeah, she will appear.
Not doing a season 2 though, or at least
there's not an Agatha specific. It is
they haven't announced the season 2. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, she could be in other TV shows and movies, but I mean, she is going to be in something, whether it's TV shows or movies. Mm-hmm. But they haven't announced specifically an Agatha All Along season 2 yet.
Yeah.
The
more bad cop.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the real Agatha coming out. This is not her character. As the real Agatha comes out more and more, she turns more into like a shitty cop. I don't know. Oh, I saw someone in chat saying that he looked familiar, the boy. His name is John Locke, by the way.
Which is a hilarious name.
It's a great, yeah. He's only been in a couple things, like one or two things. Like I think he maybe has one or two other credits on IMDb. Yes, that name is often connected to religious, like...
Well, because John Locke was
things.
One of the big British...
No, Nicholas
religious...
Scratch. Nicholas Scratch.
Oh, Nicholas Scratch. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant John Locke.
I really enjoyed WandaVision and the changing theme for the show. Mm-hmm. But I liked this show better. Mm-hmm. It just goes more into the magic, and in the MCU, the magic, actual magic, like the thing that they label as magic, like this stuff and the Doctor Strange stuff, is the kind of stuff that I like. I'm always interested in that. Like, I'm super curious about it. Like when they put new stuff, like I like that stuff specifically.
Well, WandaVision was mostly her delusion for so many episodes, with a little bit of realism.
Self-therapy.
Yes. And like in processing through what her hope of her life would be. And then you get slammed at the end with like the last two or three episodes of like, oh shit, this is what real life is. And so it's also this episode, I think, is a hearkening back to WandaVision, where it is a misdirect about what's going on for the season and in real life.
Sure. So, I'm pretty sure this dead body is supposed to represent Wanda.
It 100% is. Yeah. So they got the hair, the red hair. They keep, and again, also, like the Danish production.
This is also when the magic starts to break down, which is her magic. And so
there's a toe tag, but it's the library card and W. Maximoff.
Yeah.
And we're about to see our favorite other witch, our other sexy favorite witch.
Oh, yeah. All of them. The whole cast. Isn't Patty Lupone? Like, when I saw Patty Lupone and all the Aubrey... First of all, Catherine Hahn is amazing. I love Catherine Hahn.
Wrong question here. That witch is gone.
Yeah. The Darkhold. Mm-hmm. So the Darkhold is just a powerful, magical artifact in the MCU. It's often tied to evil, though, and it is pretty evil.
Yeah. So, and there's two people who are missing. So it's W. Maximoff. And this is a great set of editing right here, where she's going backwards through
her
who she was in WandaVision.
Yeah. How many layers does this woman wear? I like. It would be funny if she said that, like thinking of her as like another person. I like how she like. The 1980s one is my favorite.
It's hilarious.
It's funny too because the character of Agatha has lived through all of those eras.
Yes, ironically.
Now she's a librarian, I guess.
Oh, this is the 1960s. Now back to the 1950s.
Yeah, now she's
where we first met her in WandaVision.
And this is all
two Jane Joes.
Aubrey Plaza doing
her magic-y witchy.
Yeah.
Yes. Trying to break the spell though that Scarlet Witch has placed upon,
which isn't easy because she's very strong.
Yeah.
I could see Patty Lupone as Tylan from Wheel of Time, Queen Tylan from Wheel of Time. Could definitely see that.
Oh, back in our heyday, for sure. Yeah. I do feel like this is something I would do. Like
I love how little she cares, how little fucks she gives. And I also love that the town was playing along with her delusion that she was basically because the town is free. The town has been free.
But I think they also know that there's something wonky with her, and they're just like, okay, let's just keep it under wraps.
Yeah. I wonder if S.H.I.E.L.D. or someone from the Avengers went there and was like, she'll be fine. Just ignore her.
Or not Avengers, but the it's not, what's the new one?
The Thunderbolts?
No. So the organization that is now it starts with an S.
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It's not, it's post S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, the new thing.
New thing.
Right.
That's gonna
Saber? Is it
Saber? Wait, was Saber the first one? I think Saber was the first one. S.H.I.E.L.D. was the second one. Maybe remember. I don't know. Chat, help us. Sword.
Okay.
There you go.
I knew chat was gonna.
It does stand for. It's an acronym. Also, I forgot what it was.
Hence all the capitalization.
So I've just been spouting all this nonsense, and you've been humoring me. I like how mad she is about that. Like she's mad,
but now she's like, and you're the librarian, and you're the
yeah.
Chief police.
Catherine Hahn. Oh God, and her and Aubrey Plaza in Parks and Rec were like really fucking funny.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, nope.
Yep. Nope.
You seem pretty lucid for a change.
For a change is my favorite part of that. And we know, like, obviously, so right now she has no magical ability. Zero. Yeah. Almost none.
I feel like that hair blow is a very comic book thing. Always wanted to be able to do that in real life and like have it actually work. Blow my hair out of the way.
I wish, like, sometimes I think maybe it would be fun to have hair, and then my hair gets this long, and I'm like, nope, I can't. I give you guys props. Everyone that has long hair, I give y'all props for taking care of it and all that. I have enough time taking care of this.
Yes, it is always a constant struggle, but
I can imagine.
When I'm happy to deal with most time. If not, I just throw it up in a ponytail or a bun or a clip.
Claw clip is my best friend. I use those all the time.
That's the same bunny that made an appearance in WandaVision too.
No, the little bunny.
I know, it's so fluffy.
Yo.
I was really nervous for the bunny for the longest time.
Yeah, especially. Yeah.
Sorry, I wrote down another thing in my notes. I like discovering things in my notes from past time that I've forgotten that I wrote down. The dates on the library card were important dates too, not within the MCU, but like Elizabeth Olsen's birthday is February 16th. Jack Kirby, co-Marvel creator, is August 28th. I think he also created Agatha also.
Okay.
Kevin Feige's birthday, Stan Lee's birthday, and January 21st, which is the premiere of WandaVision.
Oh, cool.
Those were the dates that were on the library card.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. I looked them up because I was like, oh, are these important dates? And it was, I mean, like, it's nice that they did that, but it's, not.
It's one of those fun Easter eggs.
Yeah. Not lore specific, though.
Yeah. It's larger MCU specific. Yeah. Oh, and here we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
Rio in full. That's where I remember. It's another name for the devil. People used to call the devil Old Scratch.
Old Scratch, yes.
I just remember that. Yeah, she looks fantastic.
She looks fucking hot.
Yeah.
Oh
she looks like she should pull up that mask and just be a black veiled Aiel.
I also love that part of her magic is she does a hip thrust and then the hand gestures.
Oh yeah.
It's like hip thrust gestures.
Yeah. And it's a spoiler.
But also, why is it so hot that she's just like holding the knife?
Because anything Aubrey Plaza does.
You could totally.
Yeah.
So we kind of we talked a little bit about this beforehand, but before we started streaming, but the sexual tension in this fight scene.
Oh God, yeah.
And there's always a little bit of me when women fight each other. There's always, I think, a hope. There's like, oh, are they gonna fuck after this?
They're gonna start kissing any second.
Yeah. Which, like totally down for, but also like when I first started watching this, I was just like, are they or aren't they? Or am I just looking into, like, am I just seeing this? And
oh no, it was there. Very real.
Yes, it's absolutely there. And you can see it a little bit when they're having Agnes is having her delusions and Rio asks, do you remember why you hate me? So this is obviously a amorous situation that has gone wrong throughout the centuries. We know it's centuries because Agnes started at the time of the Salem witch trials.
I completely forgot about that show, Rapunzel Legion. It was like 2 seasons, I think. I don't remember. I completely forgot about it though.
Yeah.
I think it was
I
heard
of it.
It was a Marvel TV show-ish, but it was pre-MCU where everything was MCU. So this was still not MCU because it was on Fox, I think.
Oh, so it was like Daredevil and
it was pre
Jessica Jones and
not in that universe either. It was its own thing.
Oh, okay.
Because Fox still had the rights to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, but I don't remember. Like, I remember watching, I remember liking it, but I remember very little about it. But Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn in Parks and Rec were really funny. And apparently that's where the two of them fell in love with each other and were like, we want to just do more stuff together. And I'm convinced that's part of the reason why Aubrey Plaza ended up in this show.
But she's perfect for Rio. I can't imagine anybody else playing this character.
She's just such a good actor. And it's because she's so, I want to say unhinged, but it's just that she's such
dark.
It's not just that either. She's an out of the box thinker. Like I don't want to say crazy, but she's weird, but in a delightful way.
Yeah.
And the shit that she says, the shit that comes out of her mouth and the shits that she does are off the wall, but entertaining and fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's her in real life too.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen any,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sure that licking the hand there, if you told me that was improv, I would be like, oh, I'm not even a little surprised. Not even a little. That's an Aubrey Plaza thing to do in that moment. And Catherine Hahn's character in that show was also just hilarious. Not unlike Agatha in the way she acted in the show.
Oh, and this was such a horrible place to end the episode.
Oh my God. I love
this show is great at the terrible endings, but I do love the post credits every time because it's a little bit specific.
Yeah.
To each
we're
episode.
gonna let it play.
Yeah.
Don't stop it. We're gonna let it play to watch the post credits.
Yeah.
I love the little Bewitched.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was going to say the end credits. I like the beginning credits and what they do with them, but the end credits are my favorite.
The end credits, again, are each time very specific to the episode.
Yeah.
So, you're almost learning more and it's all real life stuff. So these are all books, these are all articles, graphics that...
I love the use of this song, too, in this moment. You got the Wizard of Oz reference. I love that they threw Lisa Simpson in there, all these little references are great. I love this version. I love this type of magic and stuff like that in stories. This is my favorite. Elementalism and witchy type magic is always my favorite. Little Craft reference too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
one of my favorite movies.
Every time that movie came on TV, I would watch it. I was in love with Fairuza Balk as a kid.
I always have to watch that in October. I have not watched it yet this year.
Did you have? Speaking of Wizard of Oz and Fairuza Balk, has anyone ever watched Return to Oz?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
With,
Hold on. Let me phrase that correctly. Has anyone else's childhood been scarred with watching Return to Oz?
Yes. I live in Kansas. Very much. Yes.
Yeah, that movie was fucking. Talk about unhinged. Yeah. That movie was fucking unhinged. Yeah, The Craft was great. I attest The Craft, and I think The Craft came out. I think Craft was before Charmed. The Craft really being like the catalyst into being like, I want to learn everything about witches and then fairies, and then I just love it. I love when they attach witchy stuff to like the fae and like those types of things, and like, you know, old magic and folklore. Okay, we could stop it now. Yeah, we're not gonna watch the next episode tonight. That's for next week. Even though
100% gonna watch more.
Very specifically, I know that they sing Witches or the Witches Road. Yeah, the Witches Road song in episode 2 because of our guests for next week, which is usually what we share at the end of the episode. Not that we're ending soon, but I thought this was a good segue. So you might not recognize the names right away because, you know, you don't see them on they're not content creators or anything like that. But I thought that these two would be perfect for the show, specifically because of their extracurricular hobbies. You may recognize them from such videos as, I love this one.
Oh, yes!
Yeah. I love this one, so we're just watching a little bit of this because it's great.
He was a famous gambling man from out to River's Way. He had a lot of dice, but no one else would play. He got the blame for stealing pies. He caught a badger for fun. He might have told a few lies, but there's an army now, a trolley company. He's the Boogie Woogie Boys, keeping company team.
I love the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Like, it's such a good. I was gonna try to get a clip of the main character from Outlander singing it because she sings it in one of the seasons of Outlander, and I was gonna be like, that was a great rendition of Boogie Woogie Beautiful Boy, but she did it better, only because that is just hilarious.
She also did We Don't Talk About Uno.
Yeah,
we don't cuss like that, Uno.
Yeah, we don't cuss like Uno. Yeah. But it was mainly for their entry from this year.
Seekest thou the road few sisters ever dare? Gentle spirit, fire, water, earth, and air. Darkest hour,
I love the harmonizing.
Thy power, sight are most divine. Burn and break for mother's sake, and vengeance shall be thine.
I loved it, and I thought that was a good part to end on because the vengeance part. I loved all of their choices in their clips that they put with the different lines and the writing. You know, the parody writing was fantastic. It was great. I had a lot of fun with that. So with that said, did I upload? Yeah, I was like, where's the picture? Yeah. Next week, Meg Maz and Jen Sedai will be joining us for watching the episode. I'm very excited. And maybe we can talk them into harmonizing a line or two from the song. We'll see. I'll ask that beforehand because, you know, that's not an easy thing to do. And if they haven't been doing it, I don't want to, you know, put the pressure on, but I'll ask if it's possible. I'm really excited to hang out and talk with them and see if they have any other fun little clips to share. But we have other fun events coming up soon, right? Roofmisress?
We do? Oh, yes, this weekend. Yeah. I was like, wait, Dragon Man events? Like, wait.
Yes, you know, all of the panels that you put together. And
yes, we do. We do. So the Black Tower podcast has an annual get-together, and it's both in person and virtual. So in person, the Gathering Menace. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So the in person has closed. but you can still get virtual tickets. There are we're going to be streaming some of our in-person stuff. So like a lot of the fun things like the Watt Tales, which is a cocktail contest, the Taste the Taint, where the crew brings a whole bunch of hot sauces and see if they can burn their mouths off and make other people die in the process as well. But then we also have virtual panels. So when the people who are in person, where we're having dinner or just things that are kind of boring, we're trying to fill the gaps and make those virtual passes worthwhile. Tom is actually on one of our virtual panels, and so like come join us for that. The link is in the chat.
Yes.
And it's just going to be a ton of fun. I'll be there behind the scenes, like Roofmisressing the whole way through.
Yes,
and
I am excited.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun, and it's complete chaos. So as the Black Tower always is.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a mostly controlled chaos.
I try. I try.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's controlled enough to be thoroughly entertaining and fun to hang out with them. So that works. Can we mention the panel, what the panels are, like what the panel, maybe one or two of the panels that were
let me bring up the schedule real quick.
So one of the
which one you're on?
Oh yeah, I was going to say I have it on here. I was going to say the only reason I know this one is because it's sitting in front of me. The Tainty Tumble is what it is titled. We will be discussing, basically plopping Mashadar and Machin Shin and a group of Shadow Spawn, all different types of Shadow Spawn, into Hindersnap. Who would survive? Who would come out during the day? What would happen? That's our discussion. The full format is we're playing with some ideas, but it will be a ton of fun. It'll be me and Melindra and Roofmisress herself. Yes.
I'm going to be behind the scenes. I can possibly pop in if you guys want me to.
No,
but,
it's up to you.
Yeah.
You got to work. Listen, if anyone understands running panels, I understand.
Yes. So that one is Friday evening at 7:00 Mountain Time, 9:00 Eastern Time. The second panel is midday US time, and the topic is Ashaman, Madness, Power, and Brotherhood. So it's a discussion of the leadership styles and effects of Logain, Mazaram, and Rand at the Black Tower. And that will be one of my co-hosts, Rob, Mountaineer Talks Rob, Goat Brother from Flickerverse, and Brother Dan from Way of the Leaf.
Yay!
Yeah, I know. It's going to be really interesting to see what they have to say about that topic. And then our third panel, which is Saturday evening US time, is called Mythical Matchups, Who Would Win? And so it's hypothetical mashups, and the panel members, which is Rebecca Sadai from North Harbor Podcast and Alan from Wheel Reads, they are putting together a bunch of like Matt versus Bella, Nynaeve versus Cimarron, Lan versus Ruark, and in this hypothetical matchup situation, who would win and why? So
I like it. I'm excited. I love doing those types of panels. Like, honestly, so, and it's not the exact same panel, but it's similar, of like, coming up with these, random ideas and like weighing the two different characters in certain ways and talking about them. So like we used to do back in the day, prior to when a certain author unmasked themselves as a horrible person, we would have sorting panels where it would be like sorting the Marvel Universe or sorting the cast of Buffy, or the characters of Buffy and things like that. And those types of panels, even like who would win and things like that, they sound like, in the beginning I was like, that doesn't sound like it's gonna be a lot of fun. But then when I went to it, I was like, oh my God, this is the most fun I've ever had. And I went to every single sorting panel from then on. I would go to any kind of specific character discussions where, it's everyone kind of like chiming in and chirping in their thoughts and things like that. It was so collaborative and just a ton of fun. So that's the part I'm looking forward to the most, is the collaboration of like hearing, everyone, that person's thought on why they think a Trolloc would, how they would fare in a fight against 20 people from this town, if they have no fear of dying and things like just random thoughts from people on these types of topics are fun because, how often do you get to talk about nonsense like this in your day-to-day life?
Glenn wanted to know, are the times on the website Eastern or Mountain Time?
The times on the website are Mountain Time. So everything's local.
Okay.
And there should be an asterisk at the bottom. If not, the wrong graphic is there, and we'll change that.
Yeah.
So,
Ogden is Mountain Time.
Yes.
And then also this weekend is an in-person convention, which we've mentioned a few times because we've had a few people on that are going to be guests at it. But it's Multiverse Con. And yours truly is a guest at Multiverse Con. They sent out the schedule actually today. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Hey, listen, I took that avatar picture and I was like, I know what picture I want to send them to use. I was like, what picture encompasses who I am better than that one? I never send them like proper like headshot pictures ever. I've never used one for anything that I've been a guest at ever.
I mean, that's boring.
But I got my panel schedule, and the panels are gonna be fun. So where no Star Trek has gone before, which sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness!
It's Perrin, right?
This is Perrin. Yeah, Perrin GoldenEye Zybara.
Oh,
He's got very golden
wow!
If I can get him, nope.
He didn't know I'm too sleepy.
Where's I had the website for Multiverse up. Sorry, guys. I'm going to post the website to Multiverse Con so you guys can go and check it out. If anyone is in the Atlanta area, obviously you should go if you could swing it. The tickets are actually pretty cheap comparatively to other, mid-size small conventions. Relatively small convention. Think Jordan Con size. Like I say small compared to, Dragon Con and Comic Con and stuff like that. Think between 500 and 1,000 people, but still so much fun. The programming is terrific. The people that run it are amazing. Most of them are authors themselves that have come from other conventions and things like that. Just ton of fun. But yeah, go to the website, check it out, and make sure if you are free, you can log in and do the virtual events on for the Gathering of Madness if you're not going to be there. Obviously, if you're there, you go. So. But yeah, I'm going to have to peel myself away and go up to the room to do a virtual panel. I'm going to sound so important. I'm like, no, I can't tonight. I have to go and zoom into a virtual panel for another
convention.
Oh my God. I'm just so amazing. Like,
no, I love that for you though. Like, I'm not going to lie. Don't tell anybody else. Like, I love doing things like that. Like, no, I need to like step away because I need to like guest on a thing. Excuse me a little bit. Like, I'm fun.
People apparently want to listen to me talk about stuff. I don't know why. But it's fun because I like talking about stuff. And I like when people ask questions that I haven't thought of in the past, especially when it's something like Wheel of Time or properties that I know a lot about and I really like. I love hearing other people's feelings and thoughts on them. Mm-hmm. So that's the main reason I love doing panels. Really, what happened was I went to the first Jordan Con and I didn't know anyone there. And when we went to the panels, some of them were great, some of them weren't great. And I was like, I could do much better. And then I was like, how do I do panels? And they were like, you could do a panel if you want. I was like, I could just sit on a panel. They're like, yeah, talk to this person over here. And they, they're going to do a panel next year. So I was talking to them, and that's kind of how it got started. But really, we just, I just love hanging out with people, with nerds, and talking about nerd stuff is what it is. And so rarely do we get to do that in person.
And I think that's the main thing for me for panels is doing it in person where you can actually like, as much as interaction this is across the screen, like being able to look down the table and then like if you're starting to laugh and you can just like grab the person next to you and then you just start getting the giggles together.
It's a great analogy is for me at least, like the feeling of going to like a comedy show. Like if you watch stand-up comedy at home, it's one thing, but going to a comedy show, it's, you know, the energy of the room, it's different. It's just different.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not better or worse, it's just different.
I'd love every time that I do a live show and there's chat, and like that definitely, you can definitely vibe off of chat, but it is very different than yes, we are nerds, as are you,
Yeah.
Hot kettle, thank you.
Yes.
But
the encyclopedic knowledge of Star Trek, perfect example of.
But it's like there's nothing
illegal.
There's nothing with better, and I think anybody across any, like, whether it's sci-fi, fantasy, other formats of genres, like there's so many people who do podcasts, and there is nothing like being in front of an audience that is actually reacting to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like there's absolutely nothing like that.
The first time. Okay, so I've been cooking for a long time, but the first time I did a panel, the first time I did something at a convention like that in front of a group of people, which I didn't do, I was never scared of public speaking. I didn't know if I was, because I had never done it before. Mm-hmm. But it never occurred to me to even think about it back then. But the first time I did a panel, I was like, oh, I guess I don't have that. That was fun. But after a little while, I really realized why stand-up comedians are the way they are, and that cooking is such a similar thing, because it's the instant feedback that I like. Like if you tell a joke, like nothing feels better than saying something that's not actually controversial, but like fun controversial, and the whole room being like, oh, or boo, or getting mad at you. Like that's fun. Like there's nothing more fun than that. Oh, it's so good. Like
absolutely. So like, and maybe your host will be like, like, but I don't know if I'm supposed to react to this or not. So I'm just gonna do a weird face and not really react. And
the first Jordan Con, after they announced the Wheel of Time TV show, we did a panel on like hot takes, essentially, like what could they cut? Hot takes, I think it was called, something like that. And my bring to that panel, I on the panel was Seth from What Spoilers, and Daniel Green, but it was before
Daniel Green became Daniel Green.
Yeah, he had like. He was like, I just hit 2,000 followers. I remember he was excited this weekend. He was a ton of fun.
Baby Daniel Green.
Yeah, baby Daniel Green. He was a ton of fun. And I told them my theory, and they were like, Tom has to share his first. And I was like, okay. And I was like, they could cut the gear, and you would lose minimal, and it would change nothing about the story. And the whole fucking room, it was like 100 people, erupted, and I was like, oh, yes, feed me. I could feel myself growing in strength. It was amazing. It was amazing. But and then again, similarly to cooking, like I love to cook, and I really feel like it's because I get to cook and then hand the food to somebody and then see if they like it immediately. And it's like the same kind of feeling I get when I do a panel or something and I get a laugh or a boo or, you know, whatever. It's the boos are funny, for sure.
Yay!
7.
See, that's good. I love to hear that, buddy. See, and you're
about halfway through.
Halfway there.
Halfway
five books away from my character, and that's all that really matters. Anyway, that was a ton of. Oh no, wait. We have to talk about Leah as well. I mean, yes, everyone. I would assume at this point, if you are hanging out in chat, you probably know ThreeFoldTalk and Malkier Talks, but
you should.
Leo, you know, what are you doing next, and where can everyone see other than Gathering Madness?
So I, with a couple of other co-hosts, we have a weekly show on Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern US time, called ThreeFoldTalks. It's an IEL show. It's a variety show. We start off with community news, just kind of called the Daily Veil. And then we go off on to whatever miscellaneous topics are going to happen. This week, we are having the podcasters who are all Wheel of Time fans. They're in the community. Me, him, and that other guy. And they are going to we're going to have their podcast style show, so we'll introduce you to their podcast, but make it IEL themed. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The other thing I do, which I said I was going to do last week and I never fucking did.
Hey, listen, you got a convention coming up. It's understandable.
Also, editing fucking sucks.
It does.
I've got a RPG game that is Wheel of Time based. It's the 4th Age RPG Wheel of Time called Time to Roll the Dice. I do have one of these people in here. That is one of my players.
I'm trying to find the first. I have a link to the last episode. I was just scrolling down to the first episode so I could share a link to the directly to the first episode.
So everything I do is under the Malkier Talks umbrella. So he's got playlists. So if you go to Malkier Talks YouTube, that's where you can find ThreeFoldTalk, and you can find Time to Roll the Dice. We've got about 10, 12 episodes out for Time to Roll the Dice. We're really starting to get to the meat of everything, which I think that's part of the thing that's intimidating me, is like, just like keep going.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot of fun. It's just what happens next. And it is technically full spoilers because it is after the conclusion of the books, but we, for the most part so far, there's not a lot of direct allusions to the events of the books. It's just
everyone in the world kind of knows what happened, so they don't need to talk about it. So like that's how we kind of balance the spoiler level, like without it being too bad. Like obviously the stuff will come out and stuff does come out, but like I've totally got an episode centered around a character that you have not met yet, Tom, that will incite an entire conversation about it. So for funsies, we could talk about the player characters and just, you know, like not a huge backstory, but you know, just we have me, I'm an Ogier. The class it's basically just a fighter with a psionic subclass, but I just renamed everything to be Ogier and tree themed. Yeah. And the psionics portion of it is he uses his tree singing in his tree singing.
Yes. Yeah. So well, and that's one of the things about this game is because of not rewriting an entire game system, so we can play it. We use Foundry VTT. So I'm not literally rewriting an entire. Yes. So Dungeons and Dragons, we're using D&D Beyond to port in, but I'm kind of like breaking all the rules to make it Wheel of Time-ish.
There are really no rules. Like
there are no rules.
The D&D, the books are just a guideline.
Exactly. Well, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're using this guideline and we're breaking all the rules and importing things and mashing up the characters to make it accurate to the Wheel of Time. We've got Beth Doman is another one of our players. She plays a rogue, but her character is from Kandor and is part of a new society that doesn't exist in the canon books. So the basis of our campaign is up in the borderlands that used to be the Blight, that is now called the Wilderness. So it's new lands, new territories, new organizations. We've got Kat from Queers of Time. She plays a Athen Mare who is on sabbatical at one of the academies to like doing an internship to learn there. Yeah.
Sorry, before we go to the next character, that's one of the really fun little lore bits that we came up with for the channelers of this world. I mean, it's much more in depth and we won't go too in depth in it now, but one of the things is Egwene's dream is a reality. Like, you know, all of the channelers, not just the women, but all of the channelers travel around and learn from all of the different quote unquote schools. You could say. Interesting. So, you know, Athenian
and there's a whole history like that. There's not a white tower and a black tower. It's the towers now. Yeah. And they're because it's 100 years after the last battle, so they've finally I've got a whole history written that you'll eventually learn.
Relations. Yeah, there's relations.
Yes.
It's not, they're not at odds with each other mostly at the moment. But yeah, I love exploring the Fourth Age and getting to come up with parts of the story and then also just live through it and experience it as a player. Like, both sides of the coin have been a ton of fun, and being able to play with you and all of our cast of characters, because the way, obviously, you know, just like when you try to schedule D&D for like a personal play, forget about streaming or any of this kind of stuff, it's hard to schedule. And on top of it, streaming and everyone's schedules and stuff, it's been tough. But when the way that you're doing it, of being able to like move in and people in and out and stuff easily without it disrupting the story, has been great. But being able to see everyone and play D&D with them has been just a ton of fun. So, and the links for everything for people who are watching later and for y'all, you can get there from the links in the bio. Just go through the YouTube link on the Malkier Talks website and you can get there, no problem, in the playlists. That was a ton of fun, though. What about you, Crystal? I know you're going to be here with me next week, and you don't do other content creation, but do you have anything going on during the week? Are you going to another book fair or anything like that?
Oh gosh, yeah. We just hosted our first event that was ours, that like we put on for other vendors, and it was super exciting, you guys. That's like we partnered with a coffee truck. We called it Books and Brews. It was super fun. And like all the vendors were super happy about it. But yeah, no, I have events like every weekend, sometimes 2 in a week. And it culminates. Kansas City has an event called the Boozy Book Fair in November. And it is amazing. It is all of your nerdy dreams. It's all the books in the world and book vendors and authors and everything from the Midwest. So everything I'm doing between now and November 13th is like
I feel like I need to put that on my bucket list of things to go to.
For sure. I was just thinking like maybe next year I come out to the Boozy Book Fair.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Tom, I'll go when you go. Maybe not next year, but the year after.
Okay, we'll talk. For sure.
Yeah,
we'll talk afterwards. Yeah. Speaking of talking afterwards, I will be popping over into Discord, and you guys are welcome to pop over. You don't have to. It's late. I know it's late. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast, so don't worry about it. This is just something that I like to do at the end, to hang out with, you know, people from chat. If you want to go and hang out, go over, you know, and you're not already in the Discord from when we watched from how to find the watch party information, Erin or I'll, because the link that she has is going to send you directly to a certain channel, but I will share a link to the Discord now. And if you want, come over and hang out with us and chat a little. We're going to, we'll talk the show and whatever other topics have come up that, people want to chat some more on. And let's remind everybody before we hop off, our guests for next week. Watch episode 2. Circle soon with faith. So unlock the hidden gate. Thy hidden gate. I love the little puzzle rhyme spell things for the episode titles. Are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're so good. And Meg and Jen are just fantastic. So everybody,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to hanging out and chatting with them and picking their brain on their musical parodies, because that was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm. I will probably be at the airport, but I'll be, post the Gathering Madness. But I am so because I love those two gals so much.
Really fun. I thank you for pushing to tune in for us, and thank you for hanging out and coming to hang out.
Of course,
I love having you here. Anytime I get to hang out and chat with you is a good time.
I'm so happy we got to do our spooky crazy stuff.
I know.
Tonight.
I started sweating.
I feel like it kind of needs to be a thing for the whole month, Tom.
Just
step it up, though.
That gives me excuse to buy more clothes.
And he makeup.
Yes, I need to get some. I need to get some makeup. I need to go back to the Ulta that I went to when I got my anti-shine stuff for my head, so my head isn't super shiny all the time.
Aaron's approving. Aaron's approving this in chat. So
I picture you with your own little, what were they called? Caboodle. Your own little
yes. Oh, you should do a whole episode of you just putting on your he makeup.
All right, I will do something like that before the end of this show, but I will wear costumes every week. I've never done that before, and I don't own any, so it's going to be longer than a week before I could do that, because it's multiverse this week. But I will do
Aaron,
that.
Yes, so Tom, get ready with me.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I will do that before the end of this show for sure. But I will find costumes to wear for the other episodes too. That I luckily, Aaron and I are both nerds, and we have a closet full of random cosplays over the years. it's the trick was trying to find something that fits here that is recognizable. Because most of my like, I was like, I got a full fucking dark Jedi costume in my closet. I got.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was going to wear these horns tonight, but then when I was going to wear a wig tonight, but then I was like, oh my god, I just don't want to deal with a wig.
It's hot too.
It's just a pain in the ass, but I was going to wear these with a wig.
So
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and then I've got gloves. I've got these gloves that were a little bit much. I wouldn't be able to type
gloves. Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to type with them, but like no, and that's just one thing that's in one tiny little drawer. That's right next to me.
Oh,
so
that's fine.
And like my Terra box is, I don't know where I Terra. Anyways,
that's
but
from
yes, but
and that's one thing you can always depend on a nerd for is just having random costume bits around. I love it. Yeah. So you took out the glove. I don't know if you watched X-Men 97, but Magneto wears a costume in it that's like ridiculous for the most of it, and part of it is just he's always wearing these like mid bicep length dark purple shiny gloves, but just like in normal situation they'll be just sitting in a chair talking and he's still in the full getup. I'm like, Mac, take the gloves off at least, Mac. You're in the house, like why are you wearing? But anyway,
it accentuates his shoulders.
It's true. That reminded me, there was some X-Men 97 news this past weekend from Comic-Con, and that is that X-Men 97 season 2 will be premiering September 2026.
That's so exciting.
Summer 2026.
Yes.
And it has already been okayed for a season 3. So
that's amazing.
And I think my theory of them using this to tie in a way to introduce storylines that we're going to see in the MCU, like the live action mutant tie-in, because the mutants are going to start showing up now. So like, I have a feeling they're going to use X-Men 97 as a platform to get the story, to flesh out the story for more people.
This is one thing that I do love about both the Star Wars universe and the MCU is it's very well thought out and very
planned,
strategized. Yes. For the most part, yes.
Yeah. Star Wars, not so much so in the past few years, but going forward, it looks like they're on track.
Well, they've done excursions that aren't necessarily directly tied, but then you have things like Indoor.
Yeah.
And
the failure that was the movies that.
Oh well, yes. No,
I loved
yes.
parts of the movies and most of the storyline, but the firing one writer director to hire another one, to fire that one, to rehire the first one was just...
Yeah, so within the past, like 5 to 7 years. So once it really became a Disney property.
Yeah. When Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau took over, that's when I got really excited about Star Wars. And I'm really, really excited that we're going to see Rey come back as... I refuse to call her Daisy Ridley come back as Rey. I refuse to call her Rey Skywalker.
Yeah.
But I really liked Rey as a character. I didn't like that they did the love interest thing with her and Kylo Ren.
That wasn't interesting, and it was.
I was hoping for Finn the whole time. I was like, oh, as soon as I saw Finn, I was like, oh, that's.
But then I also liked Finn with what's her face.
Yeah, it was a little forced. I mean, I love
Rosie, Rosie,
Kelly Marie Tran. I love.
Yeah. But anyways.
Anyway.
No, but I wanted him to fall in love with Rosie because that was the not obvious choice.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, we're totally off topic.
Yeah, no, I just think we'd get more Finn if he was with Rey, obviously.
But Finn can have his own side thing. Him and oh gosh, Isaac Oscar's character Finn, and what's Isaac Oscar's?
Oh right. I liked that idea too.
No, but they could have their own buddy cop. Like we go off
people were
into
shipping
the galaxy.
them, and I was like, I wouldn't oppose to that either.
I also would not oppose to that.
But anyway, yeah, no, I love. I'm really interested in the stuff they're moving forward with.
Not Pope. But...
It's not Pedro Pascal. That's.
No, it's Isaac Oscar, but it's Pope or.
Poe Dameron.
Poe, yes.
Oscar Isaacs. Yeah. The other stuff that they announced that weekend was new TV shows. Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter's coming back for the stuff. They still haven't announced if Luke Cage is going to be returning or not, but I'm excited about that. The new Daredevil show is getting another.
It better, because that's
season.
The finale of that season.
Yeah, they're already filming season 2, and season 3 is greenlit as well. Nice. So that's exciting. Now, oh my God, I'm picturing Paul from Dune.
BLT.
That's not the real name. That
Atreides.
It's Poe Dameron. Atreides is from Dune, but I'm picturing Poe Dameron as Paul Atreides now, and it's fucking weird. So thanks for putting that in my head. Reverse. But yeah, anyway, make sure to check out the Gathering Madness, the virtual event, and always make sure to follow Threefold Talk and Malkier Talks and all of the things. Press all of the buttons, send all of the love. Speaking of love, I love all of you awesome nerds, but it's time to say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.